Graduates and guests, you may be seated. Guests, there's going to be a small video from our superintendent, Dr.
It is my honor to address the Columbus City Schools class of 2021 and congratulate each of you on your graduation. Today, we celebrate you and recognize milestone in the face of seemingly unending challenges. We continue to live in extraordinary times. Our minds are filled with sadness, anger, frustration at the African community. Our hearts are filled and women, many of friends. You and your families, our city, our country, and the entire world are still coping with the health and economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. This was not the kind of year any of us would have imagined or hoped for your senior year. One in which you were not together in person with your classmates and instead learning remotely. This past year may have or the have brought you today. They appear scary, ugly, and without hope. My optimism and confidence in you, the rising leaders of my belief to achieve fairness, equality, social justice has never been. COVID when life became more difficult, you, as a member of the class of 2021, you showed the character, grit, and work ethic to be able to bounce back from hardship. You know how to pivot, to be resilient, and to rise to the occasion, often in the face of unbelievable adversity. That doesn't mean that your journey is over. Far from it. We are all a work in progress. We need both immediate change and long-term lasting change. We cannot stay the same as individuals if we are to transform ourselves and our community. Commitment to change is personal and requires self-examination. Only you can define that change and what is important to you. You must take the time to think about the best way to live your truth, spark your passion, and make a difference. If you're willing to make the commitment to change right now, today, I can share with you how to take the first step. Here's how. Take yourself off mute. That's right, unmute yourself. How many times in the past year did you hear, "You're on mute"? Now is the time to take yourself off mute, to find and use your voice to make a difference, to affect change, to find solutions, to grow as a person. As young adults, you now have lived and experienced a school year that none before you have. And even though so many challenges continue in our path, I know you are ready to face them by using your voice in a positive, thoughtful, creative, effective, and powerful way. The next employer or professor or community leader asks, "Set you apart from others?" You can answer, "Because I am a proud member of the class of 2021, and I am no longer on mute." Each day, ask yourself, am I on mute? Am I actively engaged, using my voice, supported by my character, integrity, and strength of conviction to do my very best in all things, large or small. And I ask that you never be afraid to use your voice, to ask for help, or to help others. And do not hesitate to use your voice for honesty and truth, for compassion and kindness, for justice and fairness. As I congratulate all of you on your graduation, friends, teachers, and staff who have helped you reach this milestone, I want to leave you with a quote from former First Lady Michelle Obama. There's a power in allowing yourself to be known and heard, and owning your unique story and using your authentic voice. No matter your chosen path in life, no matter how life may be tested, please make the commitment to take yourself off mute. Use your voice and take us forward. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2021. Now, I am pleased to introduce a musical tribute to the Columbus City School class of 2021, composed by the collective voice of the Harmony Project. The Harmony Project was established 11 years ago as a way to bring neighbors and neighborhoods together around a common goal: to sing, serve, and share. Harmony Project's volunteers in many of our schools. Our high school joined song of support for our singers, adding their voices to the chorus of "I'm Gonna Walk It For You." Let us now listen to the voices of the community that support Columbus City Schools class of 2021.
Hello everyone, my name is Jacob Howard and I would like to welcome you all to the graduation ceremony for Columbus Scioto class of 2021. We are in a pandemic, so I appreciate everyone social distancing and wearing their masks during the ceremony. I'm thankful we can be together and to celebrate this milestone. This past year of COVID has shown us things that we take for granted, like going to school can change in an instant. But for today, let's celebrate our achievements and this time together. I want to take a moment to express my gratitude to the staff of Columbus Scioto. I know you've helped me through some serious life situations, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be at this podium today. I feel thanks are in order. I wouldn't have made it here sorry. I'd like to give special thanks to Ms. George, Mr. Humphrey, Mr. Stovall, and Ms. Z. Now please stand for the National Anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag Hello, my name is Nicholas Bailey. Today I congratulate all my fellow classmates. After high school, I would like to explore my career options in the music industry. I also plan to use my experiences from the Goodwill program at summer youth camp to get full-time employment after graduation. I am honored to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand and recite with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Angela Fuentes, and I am one of the senior advisors for the class of 2021. I have the pleasure of introducing our platform guests today. Please stand and remain standing as we call your names. Mrs. Martin, our assistant principal. Mr. West, head principal. Jacob Howard, the opening. Nick Bailey, the pledge. Sierra Kellen, valedictorian. Our keynote speaker, Mr. James Ragland, Columbus City School Board member. And our special guest, Dr. Talisa Dixon, superintendent. Thank you. You may all be seated.
Good afternoon and greetings, everyone. I am Mr. West, the proud principal of Columbus Scioto High School, home of the Sharks. On behalf of the graduates and our outstanding faculty, It is my honor to welcome our parents, grandparents, family, guardians, and friends to the 2021 Columbus Scioto High School Commencement Ceremony. Class of 2021, can all 12 of you please stand and acknowledge your guests? Please give your guests a round of applause. Wave at them, look at them, give them eye contact. They're here for you. You may be seated. Guests, please acknowledge your graduate. Please stand in your area. You can come up here, but please stand in your area and give your graduate some praise. And as you heard Jacob state, that so many staff members have assisted these graduates. If you are a member of the Columbus Scioto staff, can you please stand or wave and be acknowledged by our guests here today, please? All of the Columbus Scioto staff. Those that came out to see you all graduate. And I want y'all to say yes if this is true. Is graduation a big deal? Yes. Is graduation a big deal? Yes. All right. We expect it to be a positive and memorable situation for each of our graduates. We ask that you treat the presentation of our graduates with the respect and quiet formality that the culmination of these 13 years of hard work exudes. Each of us in this room, we are here today to recognize a special graduate. In order to achieve this for everyone, we ask that you remain in your seat so people behind you can see their graduate. You can take pictures, you can even record from your seat, but no one is permitted to move freely due to social distancing. We do have a professional photographer, which is also our outstanding secretary, making sure that everyone gets a copy of all the pictures taken today. To minimize disruptions, we ask that everyone turn their cell phones off or put them on vibrate mode. We want every proud parent and guardian to have the opportunity to hear their son or daughter's name called. Your applause are certainly appreciated. These graduates over the last 13 years have met the demands and expectations of graduation. They have experienced trials and tribulations, a pandemic, and the most unusual year of their schooling. However, in the end, all 12 of them are here on graduation day and are ready to receive their high school diploma. I have only known these seniors for a short period of time, but I have been able to make sure that their senior year was supported as much as possible by our staff and our students, and our school community, to provide them with as many answers in these abnormal times. I expect these students to take these high school experiences and prosper in life. Let me tell you a little bit about this class. This class has made a wide range of successes. We had 12 graduates before us. The class of 2021 had 1,879 internship hours. Sierra Calvin had the most with 296. Nick Bailey came in second with 219 community hours. Many of our seniors here have held part-time jobs even through the pandemic, while handling many other responsibilities and still completing their coursework. Our graduates have big plans after receiving their diplomas. Sierra Cowan and Jacob Howard have plans to develop skills for a trade career in cosmetology and the culinary arts, respectively. Nick Bailey, Josh Clark, and Aaron Jones are planning to receive on-the-job training to prepare them for future employment. Raymond and Thomas Kirk are embarking on a future that includes supported employment and independent living support services. Taylor Eubanks and Ahmad Martin plan to continue their education at Columbus State Community College to pursue a path in their chosen careers. Eric Meemaw plans to pursue a career in the construction industry. Nadeja Mcdermott is our last student that we had from the staff at Clearbrook. She is one of our students who has matriculated through our school and has been very successful. She, Nadeja, will be attending Columbus State Community College to attend nursing. And Brianna Watkins is considering the armed services. All of our graduates have definitive plans for their future and continued personal growth. Now, parents and guardians, I want to talk to y'all for a quick moment. We all have heard this saying, when you're 18, you're out my house. Right? We said it, my mom said it. But let me tell you something, parents, if I study young people, from 18 to 24 is the most intricate years they need us. I'll say that again. The time some of us are talking about we're going to put you out are the main time, these are the years 18 to 24 our young people need us. There is so much more our graduates need to learn after 18. Please, parents and guardians, continue to support our graduates. These next 6 years are critical for their development, and they need a good circle of support at home and in the community. One thing I do know, Dr. Dixon, these graduates are all highly educated, prepared for leadership and service, and empowered for success in our global community. Please join me in applauding their graduation day.
Hello, family, staff, and future alumni of Columbus Scioto. Today I have the honor of introducing this year's valedictorian, Sierra Cowan. Grade point average of 3.642. Excuse me. Sierra has achieved the proud status of valedictorian for the class of 2021 for our high school. She is a very hardworking individual and has been able to maintain her grades and schoolwork all while working two part-time jobs, and has been doing that actually for some time now. After high school, Sierra plans on pursuing her dreams of a career in cosmetology while residing at the Scholar House on the campus of Columbus State Community College. She is also planning on full-time employment with the Easton Corporation. Sierra has been a recipient of the 2020 Huckleberry House Youth Awards. Excuse me. This youth award recognizes and celebrates young people who have dealt with life's most difficult challenges and situations, yet still are able to achieve in the face of considerable adversity. Youth award winners are recognized as outstanding individuals dedicated to moving toward the future that they want. In addition to the recognition Sierra has received at the Youth Awards through the Huckleberry House, Sierra was also invited to participate in the 2020 Black Girls SOAR Summit. Congratulations, Sierra. Sierra will now give her address to her classmates as their valedictorian.
Good afternoon. Sierra Cohen, and I am the valedictorian for the class of 2021. Over the years here at Columbus Scioto, we have learned a lot, but this isn't the end of our learning. We have the opportunity to change our own lives for the better, but to also make the world better by touching the lives of others. Let me give you just a couple of examples of what I mean. Many of us had challenges in school, whether it was getting our work done or acting up. We weren't always successful, but we kept moving forward. Another example is this pandemic. We didn't know our senior year would be disrupted by COVID. Online school was harder than regular for many of us. We weren't always successful, but we kept moving forward. Now we reached this goal of graduation. Some of us have personal struggles. Some of us had hurdles in school. All of us have had to get through a pandemic. This was a huge obstacle for some of us. We weren't all successful, but we kept moving forward. Next, I'd like to take a moment on behalf of myself and my fellow graduates to thank the people that have brought us here. Family members, caregivers, Columbus Scioto staff, and many that care for us. Encouraged us, helped us, and guided us. Thank you. We couldn't have made it here without you. As a final thought going forward, I'd like to leave you with a note from Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. We all have one more powerful weapon in our arsenal. We will use it to let go of our past and keep moving forward. Thank you all.
Sierra, we are so very proud of you. So at this time, I have the privilege of introducing our keynote speaker today, Mr. James Ragland. A proud graduate of Bowling Green State University and a staunch community member, Mr. Ragland has spent his life to protect and serve those less fortunate. He has served the Columbus community as an educator, a public servant, a school development officer, and an advocate for minority and small businesses. In December of 2018, Mr. Ragland was appointed to the Columbus City Schools Board of Education. He currently resides on the east side of Columbus with his 2 children. And we will now bring to the podium Mr. James Ragland. Welcome. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, y'all act like y'all need to be happy to be here, right? Huh? We're here to celebrate today. My name is James Ragland, and I'd first like to start by thanking Doc West and the staff of Columbus Scioto for allowing me to come and spend a few minutes with these 12 wonderful, talented, beautiful young people who have the world as their oyster ahead of them. I am honored to be here today. Protocol having been established, Dr. Dixon, thank you for being here, and the rest of your team that I see surrounding these champions today, these sharks who are constantly moving forward. Now, I understand that these types of settings where the last speaker to go before you get your degrees has the hardest job in the place. I am not going to be before you long. I know you didn't come to hear me. You came to get these diplomas and celebrate with your family. And so I'm going to say my piece and sit on down so we can get the real party started, all right? All right. Now listen, I'm old church boy now. The more y'all say amen, the quicker I get down. I mean that. Now everybody has had words to say about who you all are as young people. And we've talked a lot about, Mr. West talked a lot about who you are and what you're going to be doing following graduation. I heard culinary school, I heard Columbus State Community College, I heard cosmetology school, I heard construction work, all of those things. I had the pleasure of speaking with many of your parents and your family members before the ceremony even started. And they are bursting with pride for what it is that you are about to do. And yes, you are the most unique class of students in probably world history. Think about it. No one ever thought that we would be able to change from in-person learning into an online learning environment and still be able to do the things that you all are about to do today. That is extraordinary. You deserve another round of applause for making it through that. So today is all about celebrating you. One of the things, the most poignant things that I've heard over the last several months is that we've all gone through many challenges. And one thing that we should do is learn to forgive ourselves for the patterns that we've created in order for us to get through the challenge. Sometimes we just woke up and didn't want to go to class. Sometimes we just woke up and didn't want to go to work. We didn't want to take the next steps, but we did. You're here today as evidence of that. And against all odds, against all of the things that you know that you have gone through from birth to this very day, you all have triumphed. Now, you didn't do it on your own, as evidenced by all of the people that we see right here in this room. Yes, there were friends to set us back on the right path when we tried to take a left turn and we should have gone right. There were family members who made sure that we had a meal or 2 or 7 when we didn't have one to feed ourselves. Yes, there were social workers and school counselors and psychologists and other staff members who sat down with us, cried through a box of Kleenex, and sent us back on our way, knowing and understanding that today's challenge did not equal what tomorrow's triumph was going to be. You all have learned firsthand what it means to persevere. You all have learned firsthand what it means to be resilient. Now, I'll give you a quick little nugget, because if you think about it, no one's ever been through what you've been through. For the next several weeks is getting a journal and journaling about everything that you have experienced. Because what most people do in those types of situations, if you've gone through something that others have not, and then write a book about it, and that book becomes a career, and they turn it into being a bestseller. We have a young man that talked about he wanted to go into the music industry. Some people write songs about it or write raps about it. But your experience is valuable to you, not just to you and your peer circle, but to the world. You have survived something that no one has ever experienced before you, and it is critical that you chronicle that and use it to propel you into the next phase of your life. I'm here with you. This entire staff is here with you. I doubt for 1 second that they would not answer the call when you call them anytime in the future. I don't doubt that. They're going to pick up the phone and they're going to do everything that they can to help you on your way. You use that to your advantage. Like Mr. West said, families, today is not the last day that you are going for the success of these young people. Today is the last day responsible for the success of these young people. It is imperative that we combine all of our resources to make sure that when you go to culinary school, that there are restaurants right here in Columbus for you to serve a chef and then a chef. It is imperative that we use our resources so that when you get finished with your construction apprenticeship, that you can come right back here and work on the construction projects in your community. Maybe build the next Columbus Scioto. It is imperative that we do everything in our power that when you go to cosmetology school and come back out and go into this community, that we have folks to send to you as new clients. I don't have much hair left, but I do have a daughter, and she's got plenty friends, and she's going to need your services in the future. Sharks, you all have stuck through tremendous challenges, not just your personal challenges. Globally, you have faced more challenges than any other graduating class in the history of this country. But you are blessed beyond measure because you persevered, you stayed the course, and you made it through. Be confident in the skills that you developed over this pandemic. Be confident in the skills that you developed throughout your time here in Columbus City Schools. Be confident in the love that your staff members, your principals, your teachers, your counselors, your parents, your family, and your greater community have in you to continue to do the right thing starting today. Graduation is just the beginning. It's not the end. You have now been given the opportunity to be grown, get out here into the world and do the things that you have always wanted to do within reason. We are looking for greatness from you. You have it within you right now, and we are all here to help you achieve it. So that is it. The time has now come for you all to be given the diplomas that you have earned. You have been blessed to be here today. And on behalf of the Columbus City Schools Board of Education, of whom our president is Jennifer Adair and our vice president is Ramona Reyes, we are now ready to confer the diplomas on the class of 2021 of Columbus Scioto High School. Mr. West. Yes.
Mr. Ragland, we thank you. Mr. Ragland, to our graduates. I'm going to cut a lot of my speech out. I just want to get to what we want to get to. And I know that handing these diplomas out. So I'm going to cut to the chase. Dr. Dixon, to the board president Adair and the Board of Education members, Superintendent Dr. Dixon, Deputy Superintendent Dr. John Stanford, High School Region 2, Dr. Grubbs, staff, parents, family, and friends. I hereby certify of the June 2021 graduating receive their diplomas. Graduates, please rise for the conferring of your diploma. When I call your name, you will go around the back of the line, come here to grab your diploma. Your teacher that you chose is going to hand you your diploma. And if you all would fist bump our stage guests, and as you go back to your seat, and everyone stay standing. So Sierra, you will be first. I haven't called your name yet, but you'll be. We'll go with the second line. So your teachers are getting ready because each graduate the choice to have a teacher give them the Sierra Cowan. Nicholas Bailey. Jacob Howard.
You go straight down the line.
Josh Clark. Nadeja Mcdermott.
Meemaw. Martin. Taylor. Ray Kirk. Aaron. Brianna Watkins. Let's give our graduates one more round of applause. And Ms. Tracy Sierra.
As the senior class valedictorian, it's time for me to lead us on the tassel turn. Wow, it's crazy how quickly a year has flown by. Within that time, we have lived through a quarantine and experienced historical events that will be forever part of the memories for the rest of our lives. I am glad to say we can now put today's date in the books because we have made history. Class of 2021, we've made it. Greatness has yet to come. Columbus Scioto High School Class of 2021, please rise. On a count of three, we will move our tassels from the right to the left, signifying we are now high school graduates. 1, 2, 3.
Family and friends, please join us once again in applauding Columbus Scioto High School's newest alumni, the graduating class of 2021. Come on now. Come on. The audience is asked to remain seated during the recession of our graduates. They're going to walk past you one more time and go out the back so you get another good shot of our graduates as they walk. Once the graduates leave, Then all of our guests, you will leave to my left and your left, and then you will meet your graduates out in the parking lot foyer area, just so we can clear the room and get ready for the next presentation, okay? Yeah. The centerpieces are yours. Really, if we can get it up for our senior team, when we decorated the tables, the room, really got it together for this presentation. So I thank you to the seniors for us. Yeah, Sierra. And then you follow Nick. Follow Nick. Brianna. Then you will follow, yep. Good time walking, y'all. They want some pictures of you walking by. Take your time. Congratulations. And remember, families, the school team did put together a CD of the graduation. Every graduate will get a CD with all the pictures. And that concludes our graduation 2021. Make sure you take your table gifts for your graduate. The picture is yours. Take those cookies, please. And thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hey, that pen did it for me. Thank you for being here.